Hi there! We are here to check this new feature in Nivel20 or Level 20 for you. So, they added a new option for a whole new system, a generic one for being specific. So, in this case, they added a generic system where we can adapt everything, almost everything we need, so we can play with any system on the platform. So we join or load the web page. So this is the main page for the Nivel20 game. So if we go here to games, we can check the games they have with support, like Pathfinder or D&D, again D&D, and this is El Resurgir del Dragón, which is a Spanish game. It's really similar to D&D, and in English could be like the Resurrection of the Dragon, not exactly Resurrection, the Rise of the Dragon, something similar, okay? And we have here the new one, Universal. So we go here. You have here the main information of the system. For now, this is a basic feature. They are developing it nowadays. So really, this is really basic, okay? But they will be improving it. So we can see here the system, an example, the new developments they are working on, and here my characters, okay? And here we have three options, which is the section of my characters for Universal System, my campaigns for Universal System, and create a new character. We can create a new character pressing here or from my characters. So we can go here and press on add it. I already recorded this video but without audio, so I have the character created as an example, so I'm going to reuse it. So here is we have this block of information on the interface. So details for the character we're going to create, not for me because I already created it, but we can imagine, okay? So the name, I chose Galaico for this character. The game system, okay, game or system, I'm going to use Hardboiled, which is a system for noir adventures. So we have here the example for Universal for the placeholder, and here we have Hardboiled. We can add Tulu, kids on bikes, whatever system we're using. Here is the concept of the character, which means, for example, in Vampire you can add Maccabian or any main aspect for your character that you need, like the class, the race, the clan, wherever. For example, here I add Hydra. Okay, my character Galaico is Hydra, because, well, why not? So here in the next one you have to select the campaign. The basic one, it's none, but if we have any campaign as masters or DMs, or if we join another campaign, Universal System campaign, as players, we could choose that. So here we see the campaigns we are in, as masters, DMs, or as players. So we can add our character to one of them. For example, I added to the Lyrics of Drama, and I also have the Mask of Nyarlathotep and to the Bones, which is for 0 archetypes. So here we have the hit points, or the hits of mana, or the points of anything that is the main aspect or our character sheet. For example, in Tulu will be different than in another systems, but we just can choose one for the life we don't have for now, more like for magic points and life points. We have here just one generic one, so we add, for example, 100 in this case. Okay. Here we can choose an image. In the main one is the main part of the face usually, so we just can cut the image. We select it here and cut it if we need. Okay, it's really easy. This way. Okay, and just accept. And here in the second one we can choose the whole image. And here what we have? Information for our character. So we have here the details. We can add any information about it that we consider important. We have also here the options to change the text and make it more beautiful and add different, well, colors, bold, whatever. We can also add links and images and a lot of things. We can check it here. For example, for my character, I added that it's a sea creature which loves the forest. Why not? Then, the story or the background. So, for example, it was born in an island with a storming night or whatever. And at the end we have any other notes that we would like to include. For example, in this case, Galaiko has a special tattoo, but it doesn't remember where it comes from or when it appears. Okay, so a new history is about to begin. And we create or update the character here. And we can take the information we added, details, background, and another information, notes. Well, but we have another lab here. Traits, okay? If we don't have any, here just will appear the add one, okay? So we can add one if it were here, or edit. For edit, we just have here the main trait, the name of the trait, and for example, we add multiple heads because it's a hydra. Here is the short description about this trait. So when you cut one head, bad things happen. Like you have two now. And here we can add the long description. Okay, so we added this and any other we consider we need and update the character. So now we can check it. We can see here the name and the short description, but if we press, we have the long description. Okay, easy to see. And now I have this section here, the sheet, but really it wouldn't appear in a new created character sheet for Universal System. For Universal System, when we started, we have background, that is the first one, traits, the second one, and then actions. Actions is just to add any symbols with which we press and a dice is rolled, or if we choose a different type of action, maybe just we can check it and see it, no more actions. So we see we have here the name of the action, because it's an example I just choose basic action, and we can add extra other information about the icon, and here we can choose an icon. There's a long list of them. Okay, we can add a description here. Okay, description, the type of action, here is what I mean before. For the first one we have a roll of dice, and the second one is a folder, because we can add different levels for the actions, so we can add a folder and then inside the roll dice. Okay, for example, and no action, which means yes, this appear, you can check it, but if you press it, nothing happens. The position, if you have, I don't know, 15 actions added, you can choose the order. So this will be the first one. Okay, here is the roll. So you can add here, for example, 3d8, or you can also add more complexity, you can check in here, and there's some options and functions. You can add if, or and, or or not, min, max, wherever. You can add formulas here. And the last one is the kind of role. So can be a generic role, a check, attack, damage, healing. So you can choose here. It's just for how it is shown. Okay, maybe in different color or whatever the role, but nothing more. And here if you doesn't write anything here, this will be the name which appear on the action. But if you don't like it, you can add another here, which will be the name for the role. So we have here, we update it, and we can check our actions. We can export our actions if we created, as I said, 15 actions, and it's like, okay, I'm awesome. This is the perfect roles for this system sheet. So okay, so I press on export, copy the code, and another person in their character sheet can come here and press in edit and import and use the code. Well, I didn't copy, but using it, you could import the other actions, and the 15 actions will appear here. Okay, so let's see what we missed before. This section. To add any more lab here, we just press on the plus symbol and we can add any. We'll check this section in the one I added before, because remember, I already did this. So this is what we have on the new lab. So we added a title for this. So imagine you need a lot of PDFs for this character sheet, like background, like specific information for your actions, like the information of your class, wherever. So I can put here the name. I put sheet because it's the main, but I could put main or whatever I think, or background or whatever. And here the icon, what we'll see on the lab, on the tabs. So we choose whatever we consider is cool enough for this section. The order, like with the actions, but in this case the order, it will be applied from traits to actions. Okay, we'll see this in a few seconds. And just here we select the PDF and upload it, and it would be enough. We update it and we just can check it here. So what I mean with the possession before, I mean if you add 3 new elements, they will all appear between rasgos or traits and actions. So if I put here like number 1 position and I add another like number 2 position, this will appear between main and actions. Okay, actions always be the last one, and background always will be the first one, and trace the second one, but the rest you can choose the position. Okay, so this is the main for the character. We can edit it here, remove it here, and we also have here the status of our character. We can have it as active. I don't remember this word in English, so like keep it. Okay, I don't remember. But this means like it's not in use really now. This is dead and it's no player like status. Okay. Okay, so we see again our character, and we remember we have here the name, the concept, the status, and the campaign. So we're going to see the campaign. Okay, this is the campaign Lyrics of Drama. So as a master, we have 5 sections here, but as player we don't have bestiary, and I think they don't have also characters. I think, I'm not sure. So in the first one we have the details, like in the other systems, we can add here information, our private information as DMs, and any other information we consider. The campaign here, you can keep it as active or inactive too, add the system we are using and the name of the system. Not very complicated. We can also here pressing a join or open the 3D tabletop. See here the players, and if we press here, we have the option to add more players from our friends. We have the option to assign character with a link. If I send this link, they join the campaign. But if I choose a character and share this link, they join the campaign with this character assigned. Okay. So, characters. We have here teams. Okay. If you see, this character has like a purple tone, and this doesn't have. This we can find it here. In teams, we have our player, and this player joined the group purple. Okay, so if we check characters, this character is on the team purple, so the player can see her, but the other players who doesn't belong to purple team can't see it. So the default group is personajes, and the enemies default group is rivales. So you can check here what they can see. Okay. And you can check it here or no to make it active or no, so they will appear or not on the battle area, the dice area, the log. So the diary of the campaign, like in the others, you can add here any post and write some information for, well, keeping the track of the sessions. This is available to everyone, so any of them could check it and add it. A player can add the summary of the session. Bestiary, you can add no player, no characters at the game. You can also add creatures. So I added this like an example. It's not very beautiful, I know that. So we can check it in here and edit to see the options for creating one. We can press here on create a new one. So when we press there, we can see this. So here we can choose a name, added the hit points or mana points or whatever we choose, the concept also for the creature, the description for the creature, and we have these checks to allow if we allow another person to duplicate it, and then with a duplicated creature they can edit on it or they can't duplicate it. We have here a section for traits. We add the name and we check like if it will be appear on the actions bar. So here we can add any information. We have the options for the format, and we can also add modal windows like this, but for now they don't have it in Universal System spells or something, so these options always will be empty. But if we use one of them for the D&D system, it works. Okay, but for now it's not available in Universal, so we can. I use this to show how this will be seen. Here we have actions like in D&D. Okay, my enemy has actions, reactions, and whatever. So this is the actions, the main actions for the creature, but not the button actions. Okay. Here some notes, and here are the new actions, the button actions. So it's similar like we saw before, the dice and whatever. Okay, and we can also add a character and the image for the character, for the face, and for the whole body, and we update the creature. And that's it. We can press here and we can roll. and this option is just to show this small window with the information. This in this case is a potion, a healing potion, so we press here and we have our healing. Okay, easy. This is on the bestiary. Okay, you could add more and more. If we have some creature here, we can check it in here. Okay, for now they are already added, but if we didn't add it before, we would just have Angie and Galaika, and coming here we could add more. Okay, by default this is here, this way how it appears when you enter. Then I need enemies, so I came here, add enemies, and I can choose the enemies I had on the bestiary area. Meanwhile, we don't have book of rules for Universal system, so we can choose them. And okay, I want to, well, 4 creatures, and this creature will be I don't know, snakes. They are rivals, so the group can't see them. The life, well, is the suggested, and apply. So we have here the snakes. And as in the other systems, we have here, we can add resources. This is in another video if you want to check it. And making damage and see the hit points or mana points or whatever we choose. And we have it here, and we press on snakes, we can roll the dice from here. Okay. And also for Galaika, we can check in here or outside. If we press outside, you see they appear the actions, we roll it, or we can enter on the character sheet and check, okay, this was my info, okay, and check, I don't remember, okay, I have 15 for CA, okay, because this is not the one I added before. The one I added before is the one I chose like inactive. I did it wrong. Okay, so now this is the one we added before, the Hydra. We can see the hard-boiled system, and here we have the actions and rolling from here if we want to. Okay, so it's easy to see, easy to check. We have here the information. We also can roll private rolls or whatever here, checking or writing, and we can clear it. Okay, so, and also we have 100 roll dice that wasn't before. Come on. Well, we can imagine we are playing Tulu. So I think it's the main information here, like before. This is the initiative, and if we check here, if we see, have the description and the name. So if we wouldn't configure a role, we could check here. For example, I have a passive perception, and check here is 5 on the information. Okay, I don't know if I forget something, because it's the second time I do this. So, well, I hope you understand it more or less my English. This is the Universal system. As I said, they will be adding more features and improving it, and sooner or later we also have a 2-dimensional tabletop. Now is more or less 3-dimensional, so we'll wait for the updates and new features, but for now I think this is a good option for using the Nivel20, using different systems that they don't support for now. So we have this option to use it, the log for the battle, and well, we can play any game here if we adapt the character sheet and the actions. So I think it's a really good feature they added. I hope you give it a try and check it, and you let me know if you like this Universal system. And well, luck with your dice. We'll see another day.